English, that is the prose lesson, second lesson. The name of the lesson is The Boy Who Sold Wisdom. It is about Nagendra, a boy who was orphan. Once upon a time there was a boy who was orphan, but he had the idea, he had the way, looking at his father, what to do, how to come up in life. So he decided to go to a town and find a small shop which is cheapest and which is reasonable where he can do his work or business. So he decided he goes and finds a small shop which is cheapest. He purchased it and he started doing his business. So what was his business? You know, the business means there are many people in the market. They sell various things like jewelry, fruits, vegetables, etc. But this boy's business was something different. What was it? He sold wisdom to the people. So what did he do? He took a play card. Play card means a card was made. On that it was written wisdom sold. So if anyone needs wisdom, so wisdom is sold here. He had written and he had hung it on the front of the shop. So all the people, passerby and all, and he started saying, wisdom is sold here. If anyone wants wisdom, you can come here to take the wisdom. So when all the passerby who were passing, they saw him and they jeered at him, they mocked at him, they laughed at him. Even the other merchants also thought, what is this? Nothing is there to be sold. Only he is saying he is giving wisdom for the people, whoever is in need of it, wisdom. Because he thought he is a wise person. With his knowledge and wisdom, he can live his livelihood. So like this way, the days goes on, it passes by. Then one fine day, Babu, a merchant, his son, comes to him and asks him, what is the cost of the wisdom? So he asked him the cost. How much you are going to cost for 1 kg of wisdom? So he says, this is not to be counted in kgs. It is according to the wisdom what you want. It depends on the quality. What type of quality of wisdom you want, that type of money I am going to charge for those persons. And he says, I don't have anything, no money to be given, but I got a nickel. Nickel is a white metal. So he silver metal, white silver color metal. So he says, I am going to give the nickel and you give me the wisdom, whatever you think it is right for the cost of this nickel. And he gives that nickel to who? Nagendra. And Nagendra takes a piece of paper and he writes something on the paper. And what does he do? He says, keep this paper in the turban. He was wearing a turban, that is merchant's son. Keep it tight with the turban and don't open it now. You can use it whenever you require. And what it was written on that paper was not known. He goes home. He tells his father this story, whatever had taken place. He had gone to the market. He found Nagendra, a merchant, selling wisdom. So I sold my nickel and I brought a wisdom from him. Then the father removes the turban. He unknots the turban and he sees what was written in the piece of that paper. So it was written that it is wrong to watch when two people are fighting. So often the people has a habit, you all know that. Whenever there is any fight, any quarrel, they like to go and peep in. They'll see what happened, who is going to win or what is the chaos. So it is some of the eagerness of some people. So here also he had written it is not right or it is wrong to stand and watch when two people are fighting. So that was written on that piece of paper. So seeing this sentence, the father became furious. He started calling his son, you are a stupid, you are a fool. For such a stupid wisdom, for such a simple sentence, you have sold a nickel. What does it cost anything? It doesn't matter. That nickel is so expensive and this is nothing. Only he has written one sentence and given, and that too a rubbish piece of paper which is of no use. He gets angry and he goes back to the market where Nagendra's shop was there with his son. He takes his son and he says, "My son is a fool and you are a cheat." He says to Nagendra, "You have cheated my son. You are a scoundrel." He started shouting all the bad words he started giving to Nagendra, and he throws that paper in front of Nagendra and he says, "Give back my money. I don't want your piece of advice, what you have given it to my son. So you take back your piece of paper, what you have written the advice, and you give back me the money." So what Nagendra says, "In one condition I can give you the money. That is, you must sign in one document, or you must write in one of the documents saying what advice I had given to your son. He is not going to make use of that advice. In the sense that whenever if the people are fighting, he is going to stand and watch. Means nothing. I have told it is wrong to watch when two people are fighting. But now, according to my advice, your son is not going to follow it. So whenever there is fight anywhere, your son is going to watch it, because my advice, I have taken money and you are taking back that money, which advice I have given to your son." Saying this, he signs the document, and it was written that Babu's son, wherever the fight is going, whatever is happening, he is going to stand and watch it. It was written on the document and it was signed. And after that document was taken over by Nagendra, he hands over the money to the merchant, that is the Babu, the merchant. Saying this, they go home. After few days passes, okay, one fine day, or in the kingdom, there was a king who had two queens. Okay, a king had two queens, and they had no understanding among them. They were always fighting with each other. Means they had enmity. They were not in a very good relation. At the same time, even those queens, they had a maid. Okay, those maids also were the same thing. How enmity the queens were having, the same relationship was between the maids. They did not like each other and they were always in the quarreling manner. So one fine day, both the queen call their maids and they tell them to go to the market and buy a pumpkin. They listen to the advice they listen to the order of the queen, and they went to the market to buy a pumpkin. And by chance, both of them go to a same shop where the pumpkins are sold. But on that day, for bad luck, there was only one pumpkin in the shop. And both the maids started fighting, saying that I want this pumpkin, and another maid said I want to take this pumpkin for my queen. So there was a very bad fighting. They started pulling each other's hair, they started slapping, they started beating. So the fight was so furious. So by chance, Babu's son was supposed to pass that way. So he stood and he remembered the words of Nagendra, saying that you are going to watch when two people are fighting, because it was against the advice of Nagendra, which was taken back. So Babu's son stood there and everyone were moving, but he stood and he watched the whole fight of the two maids for buying one pumpkin for their respective queen. So the quarrel went so bad, at last they got tired of fighting and they dispersed and they went back to their queens to complain. And they went and told their queen. What did they say? That we had gone to the market, there was one pumpkin and the quarrel started and she beat me so badly, and like this both gave extra additional, they added and they told their queens. The queens were very angry. At the same time, the maid said that even there was one person who can say that who is the first person to fight and what is the cause for the quarrel. So they called Babu's son, and he is the one weaver who had weaved this incident. And Babu's son was called Babu's son in his side, and this boy was scared. He did not know what to do, and they even threatened him, saying that if you don't speak in my side, we are going to chop off your head. The king is going to chop off your head. And this way the queen called to give the witness that what he has seen and who was the main cause for this fight for the sake of a pumpkin. So then what happened? Then next, this one, Babu was scared. The Babu was scared that his son's head will be chopped off because he had seen, because it was against the advice of who? Nagendra. Yes. So what if Babu remembers who? Nagendra, and he says it is better to go to Nagendra and get the advice how to solve this problem or what solution can be taken for this. So they go to Nagendra, and that time Nagendra asked him ₹500 for a piece of advice. So if you want the advice, if you want wisdom of mine, you have to give ₹500. Immediately Babu gives ₹500, and he says to keep insane. Insane means to keep quiet. That he doesn't know what he has done, means he is not aware about it, what was happening, or who is the main cause and what was the fight about. He is not aware about it. Means to keep quiet, it was written on that piece of paper. And later on, the Babu's son goes to front of the queens, and even the king was. Then what does he behave as if he doesn't know anything? He is insane. Means he is innocent. He is not aware about this fight. He doesn't know what happened and who was the first person to fight. Later on, the king calls him. When the king calls him, again Babu was scared. Now again the king might chop off his head, and he started babbling. When the king was asking, he started babbling the words, like his words were not clear, like he was doing as if he has forgotten everything. He was shivering, and all that he did, like he is not clear with his words, what he has seen and how he has to express. So the king got angry. He sends him away from the kingdom. He says, take this boy away from the courtroom, and he is sent back. And later on, again Babu was scared. Anytime again the king might call, and he might behead my son. He might punish my son because he has not told who is the main cause and how the quarrel took place. Nothing is told. So anytime he can get the punishment. Thinking that what happened? Babu, he thinks of going once again to whom? To Nagendra. Again the father and the son goes to Nagendra to take a piece of advice. And here he says, what he says for the second time, you just see the mood of the king. Okay, when the king is in a very good mood, you go to the king and tell the whole story, whatever you have seen, and speak the truth. And whatever you have seen, if you narrate, the king can forgive you easily. And the king, it happens that they saw the mood of the king, and then he narrates the story, what all had happened in the market, how the fight took place, and he also asked forgiveness for the past time because he was not given the proper saying, or he did not tell the reality what had happened in the market. But this time he asked for forgiveness, and he tells everything what was really happened in the market. In this way, the king came to know, and even they say, who is the main cause? They say this is all because of the advice given by Nagendra, who is in the market. That piece of advice brought him to tell the truth. And king was happy, and he forgives this boy, the Babu's son, and he sends him home. Later on, then this one, king wanted to know who is this Nagendra and how he is selling wisdom, what wisdom he has got, how knowledgeable person he is. So even I must go and find out who is that and get some wisdom from his side. And what is the wisdom he wanted to know? So he calls his minister, he sends word to Nagendra, and later on he also asked him the piece of wisdom. Who asked? Nagendra piece of wisdom. So what was that wisdom? Okay, now the king, what advice the king given? So it is given, think deeply before you do anything. So this was the advice given to the king. But before that, how much charges did Nagendra charge him? He charges him rupees 1 lakh. Already he has got 500 from who? The Babu's father. Once to say to remain insane, and second time to speak the truth. So 2 times he has charged 500 from Babu. And now when the king comes to the piece of advice, he says to give him 1 lakh, and the king was ready to give him. And now think deeply before you do anything. So what he did, that piece of advice, he must remember, that is, he has to think deeply before he takes any steps or before he wants to do anything. So he must remember that piece of advice which was written and given on the paper. So what did the king do? He went back to his palace and he embroidered it on a pillow cover. Then also he wrote it, he made it to be written on the cups, gold plates, golden cup, whatever he was using, the plates he was using. So he has to think before he takes any step. Means to be cautious, to be careful was the matter given to the king, because it has the administrative power. So anyone can misuse it. So he has to be very careful every step he takes. So he wrote and he embroidered on the pillow cover, on the cups, on the plate. So whenever he uses it, he keeps on thinking what I should do, what is my next step, how careful I must be. So all these thoughts will come in his mind. So one fine day, king falls very sick. He became so ill that he was in the bed. And when he was very sick, one of the queen and minister, doctor was called and treatment was given for the king. But because of his ailment, the queen was fed up, and what she did? She called the doctor and she told to put some poison in the medicine and to give it to the king so that he should die. And now, and what did the doctor do? He did as the queen said. The minister was called and the minister conveyed the message to the doctor. And what did doctor do? He mixed some poison along with the medicine which was supposed to be given to the king. And when the medicinal cup was given to the king by the doctor, he remembered the words of Nagendra to think deeply before he takes. So now when he thinks, he remembers whether this is medicine or what. Just he was thinking, means that word was keeping on helping him when any step to take, to think twice. So when he was thinking, he was confused whether to bring this medicine or what. Something was going on in his head. The doctor notices the reaction of the king, the changes of the king. He came to know, might be the king came to know the reality that the poison is mixed with the medicine. The doctor got scared. What did he do? Immediately he fell on the knees of the king, and he said, please king, forgive me. I have done a mistake. So you pardon me. So he asking for forgiveness. He pleaded holding the feet of the king. The king got angry. And later on the doctor also says who is the main cause for this. One of the queen and the ministers. So the king called the minister and the queen. One of the queen and the minister who had decided to kill the king by giving poison in the medicine which the king was supposed to consume. So here, what does the king does? He takes the cup and he gives it to the queen and the minister, and he says, you all drink this medicine. And later on, they also did not drink because there is poison, they will die. So they also asked for forgiveness. But no, the king ordered that they should be punished, and they were arrested and they were punished. Who? The doctor, the minister and the queen for doing this, for killing, for having the conspiracy to kill the king. So now this advice saved the life of the king. So king was very happy. Otherwise king would have died drinking that medicine which was So immediately he sent words to call to Nagendra. Nagendra was called, and because of his wisdom, because of his piece of the wisdom, the advice he has given, he saved his life. So what did he do? He made Nagendra the minister in his court, and also he gave him a lot of wealth for saving his life. So this is the story of the boy who sold the wisdom. So did you all like the story, children? It is very nice and it has got a very good moral that whatever you do it in the right way. Be straightforward. Never try to find a crooked way. The bad ways will one day come to an end. The reality will come forward in life. So be truthful and do your duty accordingly. So here also, who learnt a lesson? The queen, the minister and the doctor learnt a lesson that taking others' life is not easy, or you have to do always good deed, always think positive. So these are the words, or this is the saying or the moral of the story which is for your children. So I hope you all like this story. So when you get time, please look at the video and understand the story. From tomorrow I am going to start with the lesson from the textbook. Thank you, children.